Hayes asked me, Colonel Hayes asked me to come out here and get a bio together. My wife, who's an English teacher, we sat down and we fired off the bio. But after we fired it off to Michael Hayes, we realized I never mentioned that I'm happily married for 31 years and I have 2 loving sons. And how could we forget that? That's okay. But they've been by me all these years, and I am truly grateful for her support. On the morning of September 11th, 2001, I had just completed the night shift of a 24-hour rotation. I was looking forward to the end of my shift, as it was my son's 14th birthday. Well, I signed to the house watch, where the alarms coming to the fire station. A news announcer announced that a plane hit the Trade Center. Immediately, I made the announcement on the firehouse radio to all members in the house, because firefighters that time morning were watching ESPN, watching what happened in football. It seemed obvious to us at this time this was no accident. September 11, 2001 was a clear blue day. In 1993, I responded to the bombing down there, and I just had it in my gut that this was happening all over again. Immediately, we began to gear up and load our rig with additional supplies: air tanks, radios, batteries, fuel source, a variety of rescue equipment. You see, we had been there before. In 1993, the members of the FDNY responded to the bombing of the World Trade Center. Once again, we were preparing for a dire situation, fully aware that there were thousands of people working in the buildings. While loading the rigs, a second plane hit the center. There was no time really to process the situation. Mobile alarms continued into our neighborhood like any other day. Medical emergencies, fires, accidents. I remember the frustration I had with fellow firefighters because we wanted to get down to the side of the attack, while being aware of the need to assist our immediate neighborhood. As we turned home from one of our alarms, the distant plumes of smoke came into view. We pulled up to our firehouse and saw one of the room. Kneeling with his head in his hands, he looked up and stated, "One of the buildings is gone." I thought to myself, "Ryan, it can't be. You got it wrong." We had a feeling of helplessness, which shifted to the drive to get to the site and do everything possible to help all involved. The FDNY, as well as the NYPD, was in a state of recall. Every New York City firefighter and police officer reported to duty, and they all did. Our fire company was dispatched to Engine 33 and Ladder 9 on Jones Street. We later learned that they lost 10 of their 14 firefighters that day. There are many images of this day of civilians. Many injuries. Let's see, back up here. We later learned that Engine 33 and Ladder 9 lost 10 of the 14 who responded. Then we were dispatched to the Trade Center with the news that Tower 7 had come down. A lot of people don't realize that it was a 47-story office building that came down around 5:20 in the afternoon. There are many images that day that will remain with me, a combination of both tragedy and human kindness. As we drove our rig down towards the Trade Center, we encountered an out-of-state firefighter. His name was Ron, and he was from Brookline, Mass. He was running beside our rig, with equipment in his hands. He had driven to New York City in hope of assisting with rescue efforts, and he ran next to our rig with equipment in his arms, and he jumped on as we moved towards the center. As we moved towards the center, the debris got heavier and deeper, until we could go no further. We jumped out of the rig and grabbed what tools we could. As we walked through the streets, we counted overturned ambulances, overturned police cars, crushed police cars, crushed fire trucks, and the air was heavy with dust and smoke, knee-deep debris, and several buildings pierced by beams of steel, and a blanket of white dust covered everything. Civilians asked us for directions while combat aircraft flew over our city. That was a surreal moment, sir. And I knew right then and there that we were going to be okay with the men and women for the service of the veterans. There were several fires burning at the site, and even so often you could do a towel after putting water on what was left of an office building. But it was a sound that stays with me. Everything was in some way muffled. There was so much debris in the air that even sound had difficulty moving through the dense clouds of smoke. At this point, we counted the chief, who directed us to return our raid and set up at West Vestry Street. There we would find a temporary command post, and a little shout out to Musco and Justin, who I was talking last night. Your service down there did not go unnoticed. Mentally, FDNY really appreciate you guys showing up there. They needed lights that we could supply. The sun was beginning to set, and the chief feared that additional rescue lights would not arrive in time. When our lights went on, it seemed like we were directing a small candle towards an ocean. The magnitude of this destruction was immense. Work came quickly for us. The command post received discovery of the victim. So, me and the men of Ladder 37 went up on the pile, and we recovered 2 civilians that night. We were then directed to bring equipment to the roof of the building on the west side of the towers. The members of my company moved generators and lights to surround the side of the trade center, but clearly this was not going to be enough. At this point, additional resources had moved into the area to assist with lighting, and I did quote this speech a while ago, and I talked to Justin at Musco Lighting, and it's funny, when I drove down that street, I said, I've seen that truck before. We worked together through the night, digging and searching for survivors, but there were no survivors to be found. I remember being on the pile as the steel cringed, rolling and popping noises. I want to remind you that the possibility of collapse surrounded us all. We worked through the night, and the next morning we were relieved from the scene and returned to our firehouse. It was at this point that we realized that death toll had moved beyond the borders of New York City. The Pentagon in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, had also suffered from the atrocities of this terrorist attack. As the days moved forward, rescue became recovery, and the impact of the loss continued to climb. A total of 2,977 lives lost, and 6,000 people injured. Of those lost, 37 Port Authority police officers, 23 New York City police officers, and 343 of my fellow firefighters made ultimate sacrifice that day. But out of this despair and destruction, Americans somehow moved forward. They found a way to discover a place of strength and unity. First responders arrived from every corner of this country, as well as Canada. Day after day, citizens lined the streets to the West Side Highway to stand next to us in their support. Churches opened their doors to provide respite from the agony of it all. Children wrote notes of support and created works of art that brought unimaginable smiles to a difficult time. Concerned people from across this country volunteered to feed us, to listen to us, to provide medical assistance, and to reflect the best America has to offer. Our military service men and women volunteered their lives to protect us all. And today our soldiers are fighting battles on many fronts to protect what we hold so dear. As the years move forward, I often return to thoughts of 9/11. A clear blue day will never feel quite the same to me. But I often find strength in the spirit of Americans who answered the call. For many, it was not a question of what I cannot do, it's what can I do, and where I am, and what can I do. It was no small task to deal with the devastation of that day, but the tragedy was met with the will to overcome. In the midst of fear and desperation, Americans united so our country could heal. In many ways, their actions worked to echo the words of an American president who himself watched our country face a time of challenge and uncertainty. President Harry Truman once stated, "America was not built on fear. America was built on courage, on imagination, and an unbeatable determination to do the job at hand. Courage and determination. 2 defining characteristics that led us as we all work together to rebuild our land and restore our American spirit. I'm grateful to those who chose to honor the 15th century of the 9/11 attacks, to General Franks, to Colonel Hayes, and those all involved. Your service to our country is held dear to our hearts. On behalf of the New York City Fire Department, New York City Police Department, and the New York City Port Authority, as well as all the first responders, I thank you.